The story of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. On a cool winter morning of 14 November 1889, in the city of Allahabad, a baby boy was born into the wealthy Nehru family. His father, Motilal Nehru, was a successful lawyer, and his mother, Swarup Rani, was known for her gentle heart. No one knew then that this child, named Jawaharlal, would one day become the first Prime Minister of Free India. As a child, Jawaharlal grew up in comfort. He had toys, tutors, and a big house. Yet, he was curious, always asking questions about the world. His love for nature and science was visible even then. He spent hours gazing at the sky, the stars, and the garden flowers. When he turned 15, his parents sent him to England for higher education. There, he studied at Harrow School and later at Trinity College, Cambridge. He learned science, history, and politics with passion. Soon, he went to Inner Temple, London, to train as a barrister. In England, Jawaharlal's mind opened to new ideas: democracy, socialism, nationalism. The writings of Karl Marx and the struggles of oppressed nations touched his heart. In 1912, Nehru returned to India and began practicing law. But destiny had other plans. In 1916, he married Kamala Nehru, a simple and devoted woman. Together, they had a daughter, Indira Priyadarshini, who would later become India's first woman Prime Minister. Life was comfortable, but Nehru's heart was restless. The cries of India under British rule echoed louder than the call of law courts. In 1919, he met Mahatma Gandhi, and that meeting changed his life forever. Gandhi's call for truth and non-violence inspired Nehru deeply. He threw away his luxurious lifestyle and joined the struggle for freedom. The British rulers soon noticed this young, fiery leader. Nehru was jailed many times, altogether spending about 9 years in prison. But prison walls could not cage his spirit. From jail, he wrote letters to his beloved daughter Indira, teaching her about history, philosophy, and the beauty of India's culture. These letters later became famous books like Glimpses of World History and Discovery of India. In 1929, at the historic Lahore session of the Indian National Congress, Nehru raised the tricolour flag and declared, "We want complete independence, Purna Swaraj." This was the voice of a nation ready to break its chains. Years passed, and after countless sacrifices, on the midnight of 15 August 1947, India was finally free. At the stroke of midnight, Nehru's voice echoed through the parliament. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. He had become independent India's first Prime Minister. As Prime Minister, Nehru faced enormous challenges. The nation was poor, divided, and wounded by partition. Millions of refugees needed shelter, food, and hope. Nehru worked tirelessly, laying the foundation of a modern India. He believed that dams, factories, and laboratories were the new temples of the nation. He built Bhakra Nangal Dam, established IITs, AIIMS, DRDO, and promoted atomic energy and space research. To him, science and education were the keys to India's future. On the world stage, Nehru became voice of peace. He refused to join either America or Russia during the Cold War and instead founded the non-aligned movement, NAM. With leaders of Egypt and Yugoslavia, he championed independence and peace for newly freed nations. Yet, his journey was not without pain. In 1962, when war broke out with China, India faced humiliating defeat. Nehru was heartbroken, his health began to fail, and the burden of leadership grew heavier. On 27 May 1964, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru passed away in New Delhi. The nation mourned deeply. Millions wept for Chacha Nehru, the leader who loved children, roses, and above all, his country. Even today, his birthday, 14 November, is celebrated as Children's Day, reminding us of his affection for the young minds who are the future of India.